You've heard the saying, laughter is the best medicine. Well, our next guests believe happiness can also promote recovery.
Well, that's the drive behind a group called Harrison's Heroes. They're funding a new art studio for patients at Texas Children's Hospital. And here with the details on how you can help, we'd like to welcome Shanoop Katari and Diane Collin with Texas Children's Hospital. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
Shanoop, let's first start with you because this is your story, and talk to us about Harrison.
So Harrison was diagnosed with an arachnoid cyst and spent a few months in and out of the hospital through his recovery. And at the end of his recovery, he was in the hospital for 45 days straight. And he ended up passing through with an infection. And we realized at that point, you know, the people in hospitals struggle to really make things work. And so that's kind of how we decided on Harrison's Heroes.
We just saw some photos, by the way, of Harrison. What a cute kid. You were his father. How old was he when he died?
He just had celebrated his second birthday.
Just celebrated his second birthday. So, I mean, a lot of parents would just be consumed by the grief of losing a child. I can't even imagine that. What was it, or where did you find the strength to actually take that grief and channel it into something that would help other families?
Well, so the first part of it is you got to recover. And then after that, we realized two things. One is parents and kids in hospitals that are in there for long-term stays, they struggle. So we wanted to help solve that. And the other thing is that it also sees no race, no religion, no socioeconomic background. So it's people, anyone can go through that. And so we wanted to help that demographic.
And Diane, this is such an amazing project and an organization to help these kids and patients at Texas Children's. Talk to us about how this art project is really working for them.
Well, at Texas Children's, we really aspire to be able to give kids an opportunity to feel normal throughout their hospital experience, but also help give them a voice. And so one of the most amazing ways to help them figure out and process their emotions, but also help them get that voice is through art. So we're really excited about this donation so that we can have a private space for kids to engage and be able to process their emotions, but also have that space for families to have some really important moments together. One of the most impressive parts of this donation is it's not just the room and the art supplies. We also have cards to bring that to kids' bedside, so kids who are isolated in the room due to their illness can also experience the joy of the art projects in an art room and bring it into their bedside.
And this, we just saw a picture of the cart there. So basically that's the supplies that goes around to the rooms?
Yes, and so they will be all facilitated by our child life specialist, and they will be able to do some really creative arts and activities with the kids and be able to just give them that voice and help them really experience some joy in their day.
Well, and also, I think what many of us fail to remember is that when a child is diagnosed with any sort of disease and they're in the hospital, their life stops. They're not going to school, they're not seeing their friends. Right. So how critical, Shanoop, for you, I mean, do you see these families, do you see the demeanor of the children change as they experience this process?
Yeah, so the kids are very excited for what we bring. What we liked about the Texas Children's Project is not just the studio itself, so it gives the child the ability to get out of their room, get out of their element, to experience aspects of home, but also the mobile art cart aspect of it. So for those kids who can't get out, they can still have some normalcy and experience things they would at home.
And I love that because that goes to them. It's sort of art in a box. I mean, that's able to get them right in their room. And of course, you're looking at some of the artwork on screen, but on our set today, we do have a lot of this artwork that's been done. And it's so beautiful and bright, and it's just uplifting. Is that what you're seeing immediately?
Absolutely. And the joy and the smiles that kids bring, share with us every day, and just providing those normal life experiences that they would have outside the hospital, and just engaging them inside the hospital really helps them brighten their world every day.
I want to ask you about some of these bags, these gift bags that are sitting next to you, Diane.
Yeah, so actually it's the other bag. Yeah, so we with Texas Children's, we've partnered on a number of projects. So we're actually approaching the hospital with gift bags on Thanksgiving. It's a low touch day. Very few people are in the hospital. Kids are left alone on a day where you need to be spending time with their families.
Oh, wow.
So we've put together 500 gift bags that we're gonna deliver on Thanksgiving at Texas Children's. An example, each one for each different age group of kids. But for example, on the 4 to 11 year ages, we've got things like a hat, give them something to enjoy the day with, and then as well as some Mad Libs and some other items as well.
That is so cool.
That's
Wait,
wonderful.
so can the public get involved in this somehow, or can they donate to help support the cause?
Yes, absolutely. We have a website. We're on Facebook and Instagram, so look us up.
So just look for Harrison's Heroes. There's the information right there on your screen, the website there. And if you would like to help out or learn more about Harrison's Heroes, please do so. I mean, Diane Shanoop, this is so inspiring what you're doing. Shanoop, I am so sorry about losing your little one, but his memory and his legacy lives on through this.
And what a great way to do so. It's awesome. Thank you so much for coming in.